What's up, guys? So today's video is the tarot card for this month, which is the High Priestess. I have the same website as I have been using for the last two here to give a description, and then I've got my book just here that we're going to have a little read through of the upright and the reversed meanings. But first, I'm going to just turn the luminosity on that down so we can have a proper look at the card. If you want to just admire it, you can of course pause the video. Cool. Alright, so that's the card we're looking at. Let's have a look here now. I'm going to try and keep that up on screen. I might just get a picture and put it sort of there. But its description. So she sits in front of a thin veil decorated with pomegranates. Now this does later on say that their description here is based on Rider-Waite cards. I'm not using a Rider-Waite card because it's got a different design. But in the Rider-Waite decks, she would be sitting in front of a thin veil decorated with pomegranates. The veil represents the separate conscious and subconscious realms, the seen and the unseen, and it serves to keep casual onlookers out. Only the initiated may enter. The pomegranates on the veil are a symbol of abundance, fertility, and the divine feminine, as they are sacred to Persephone, who ate a pomegranate seed while in the underworld and was therefore forced to return every year. And if we go into deeper mythology there, it's how the ancient Greeks explained the cycle of the seasons. Because Persephone's mother was the goddess of agriculture, I believe it was, and so when Persephone wasn't around, she would mourn the loss of her daughter, and therefore crops wouldn't grow, that being winter, and then when she came back for the half of the year she was back, all of a sudden she'd make the plants grow again, spring and summer. On either side of the priestess stand two pillars. Now, this card does not have the pillars on it, but normally they're like actually just framing the side of the. I'll see if I can get a Rider-Waite here in our card here, just so you can see the difference. We'll see how that goes. So either side of the priestess stands the two pillars marking the entrance to her sacred temple. One pillar is black with the letter B, or Boaz, which means in his strength. I don't know what language, I'm just reading what it says here. I don't know what language these letters are from. And the other letter is, the other column, pillar, is white and has the letter J, or Jachin. How we're gonna go with Jachin because that sounds mildly like it could actually be a thing. It's got a CH, but I'm gonna assume that it's supposed to be a K sound. Anyway, it means he will establish. The black and white color of the pillars symbolize duality, so masculine, feminine, dark and light, extroverted, introverted, yin and yang, right? And therefore stating that knowledge and acceptance of the duality of nature is required in order to enter this space. The High Priestess wears a blue robe, which, as you can see on our card, the main colour of the card is blue. So that's still being represented. She has a cross on her chest. Now, if you have a look here, the way they've designed it is that it's actually two bits of fabric crossing over on her chest. It's not deliberately like a Christian cross, but the action of having things cross over in any way is still kind of there. And she's also supposed to be wearing a horned diadem or crown, both a symbol of her divine knowledge and her status as a divine ruler. This one has the third eye sitting right there up the top. In her lap she holds a scroll with the letter Torah, signifying the greater law, which I'm going to assume is what that's supposed to be, and then in that case the orb here would likely supposed to be representative of the pomegranate, I would think. And then obviously the shape behind her is the veil itself, just so that most things are still kind of there. So it's partly covered, signifying that sacred knowledge is both explicit and implicit, and will only be revealed when the student is ready to look beyond the material realm. The crescent moon at her feet, which she does not have one. Any kind of crescent moon shape? Not really. There is quite clearly one on the Rider-Waite card. But yeah, it symbolises her connection to the divine feminine, her intuition and subconscious mind, and the natural cycles of the moon. Okay, cool. So that's the explanation, the description we get for the card. Giving us a little bit of a backstory about what we're about to read. And if we just flick into our book here, one more card. No. There we go. Alright, so, upright. Oh, it's getting a little bit dark in my room. I may have to turn the light on soon if I'm not quicker at this. Alright, so intuition, serenity, and the divine goddess is what this symbolizes. A mistress of the subconscious, the high priestess asks you to listen to your inner voice. She combines serenity, inner knowing, and collective wisdom to guide you towards your intuition. Trust your gut and let it lead you to the right answers. Don't force control. Instead, let situations unfold as they are meant to. At this time, pay special attention to your dreams, as they may carry subliminal messages that can help you in your waking hours. Looking inward rather than outward can provide you with the guidance that you seek. Your imagination is ripe with creativity and flow free from logic and practicality. Embody the divine feminine that exists inside of you to connect back to the fertile life source in all of us. Trust in your expanding intuition. Trust that your expanding intuition is guiding you where you need to go. Now, I can't think of the word. Inversely, that's the word I'm thinking of. Inversely, if we turn upside down and reverse it here, reconnect, neglect, and secrets. So if the card ends up this way, and again, it's always whichever edge is. So for instance, if you're going to be looking at this and you had cards lined up sort of thing, the bottom edge is the one. So if it's upright, the bottom edge is where the words are. If the words at the top of the card is reversed, because you got to imagine like you're actually looking at it on a table in front of you sort of thing. So this is the reversed. And as I said, reconnect, neglect, and secrets. So imbalance in the masculine and feminine essence of your soul is causing you to second guess yourself and your decisions. This disconnect between you and your inner voice brings perpetual distractions, a constant buzz that is numbing your intuitive powers. Take time to be still with yourself so that you can get in tune with your innate wisdom. She's trying to talk to you, but you are straight up ignoring her with excuses of being too busy. Obviously, in this case, the she is the priestess herself. Looking towards external sources for your answers will only circle you back to where you started. The High Priestess reversed is the sign to get in touch with your higher self. Make space to enjoy yourself by doing absolutely nothing. You deserve it. The intuition that you innately possess will give you all the answers that you need, only if you allow it to. And by pure coincidence, this is actually a card that I myself kind of need at the moment. So that's kind of cool. We're gonna turn this up so you can like see me and stuff. There we go. But yeah, this is either way around kind of a card that I need at the moment. So we're gonna leave this video here. I'm gonna go meditate on that because like I said, that is a card I really need right now. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're new here and want to see more videos from me, and the notification bell as well if you want to be notified when those videos go live. Link to the website I use for the description. It does have its own upright and reversed, I don't know what you'd call them, yeah, I don't know what you'd call them, but it does have its own like paragraphs and stuff that you can read about like what an upright card means when you get it in your when you get it in your reading. Reading was the word that I couldn't think of for whatever reason. It also has a reversed one as well, and it's got some keywords as well. Like I gave the keywords out of my book, but it has its own keywords on this side as well. That will be linked in the description down below. And yeah, until next time guys, keep your head screwed on.